Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. All right. Sorry, little bit late. Biasalah. I know I have problem with my laptop. Not the laptop connection. Okay, today we're going to continue and discuss. Our main objective today is to discuss the concept of comprehensive income. That is the definition that we introduced last class. The concept of the Hicks-Simon income. As we know, income will come from all sources. So now, we're going to look at a little bit more detail about the sources. Now, what do we mean by all sources? Now, when we talk about all sources, under this concept, it's every source of income, any income that you earn, regardless of the source, will be considered as income. So that's why we need to look at more detail into the sources. All sources meaning what? Meaning any source under the sun. If you get income, suppose you get income, you found some money, or your grandfather give you 100,000. So that is income, all right? So all sources, whatever that you get, that will be considered as income. So the source, that's why you said also sometimes, the source are quite strange, but these are income. So the purpose of the Hicks-Simon income is to account for any income, all right, from any source that we can think of. So let us look at that. Okay. All right. So okay, so income, as we mentioned last class, is measure of ability to pay. Ability to purchase goods. That means ability to pay. So the more income that we have, we are more able to buy things or to consume things. So it's a measure of what? It's a measure of ability to pay. So now we go to the sources of income. Net worth. Okay, I think we already did that. So here, all right, income from all sources, cash or in kind, whether they are spent or they're saved, or regardless of how they are spent. So we don't care, all right? We don't care whether the income is spent or saved. That income will be considered as income, all right? Okay, and from all sources. So what do we mean by all sources? All sources, if we go, if you remember what we were talking about last class, what are the sources of income? You have what? You have labor income. That's number one. Income from sales of our productive services, skills. And then we have what? We have capital income, which are rent, dividend, interest. So if we look at again the labor income, the salary, the wages, these are the one that come to mind when you talk about labor income. But it also includes, so I put here labor income, salary, wages, and then you have benefit. There's some jobs give benefits. For example, they give you what do we call it? Housing benefit. Okay, so this kind of benefit, or they give you health benefit. So these benefits are also considered income, or they give you job benefit. What do you call it? Cost of living benefit. So example here, cost of living benefit. So on top of our salary, we are given, say, 1,000, because we are living in a certain area, that will ease our living. We call it cost of living benefit. Okay, all right. And then if you look at capital income, what are they? Capital income, it include rent. If you have a capital property, if you have an asset, let's say a house or a factory, you earn rent if you allow somebody else to rent the place. Okay, so you earn rental income. If you have savings account or investment account, capital, all right, you earn interest. And then if you invest in certain companies, or you invest in stock market, we get dividends. Okay, so these are capital income. Now, these are all straightforward. All right, these are straightforward. But some of the things that we earn are not very straightforward. This include what? This include some benefits or some kind of income that is not paid in cash, right? It's not paid in cash. It pays in-kind income. So the first part here is straightforward. Why? Because it is in RM or in dollars. It's in money form, in cash. So we call it cash here. Okay? And there are sometimes we earn non-cash. Okay, non-cash. One kind or one type of income is in-kind income. Now, what is in-kind income? Just like in-kind subsidy. Okay, so in-kind income, the income that you receive, not in terms of money, okay, not in dollars or RM. It is what? It is in terms of goods and services, or non-monetary form, okay, non-monetary form. What is an example of this in-kind income that you may receive? Something that you don't get in terms of money, you get in terms of other form. Give me an example.
Laptop.
Huh?
Laptop.
Laptop. Okay. You are given, you get a laptop. So you get a laptop. Now, that is not in terms of money, that is in terms of good. So that is considered what? Under this definition, that is considered income. Because you earn it, okay? Somebody give it to you, okay? Or you get it. So how do you measure that income? How do you measure that income? Laptop
Value.
you have to measure in terms of some measurement. So in economics, normally we will go by the market value. So what is the market value of that laptop? If you receive a new laptop, then easy lah. If you receive a second-hand laptop, then will be adjusted by the market value at that time. Okay, at that point in time. So a point in time. So it's market value, or sometimes we use the concept of opportunity cost. Correct? Opportunity cost of that particular. So in kind. Okay, that is in kind income. Yeah, there is another thing. Another income, you know, there are a few more sources because we're talking about all sources. You have salary, wages, benefits, and then this also include gift. A gift, because when we talk about the laptop, you know, it's called be considered as gift. Your father give it to you, you know, or your sister give it to you. So gifts. What else? What else that we may get, you know, other than salary, wages, things like that?
Transfer payment.
Apa?
Transfer payment.
Transfer payment. All right, transfer payment, I will come to that afterwards. Okay, transfer payment will come to that. But now I'm talking about income. Gift, one is inheritance. Okay, inheritance. Or you win, bukan lottery lah, you know, lottery haram. You win something. You know, nowadays the one that is halal is what? You tabetan bertuah, you know. You buy, you open account in Bank Islam, or you pay for something, then you are entitled to win a present. So that kind of thing. What do you call it? It's considered as you win something. Okay, winning lottery lah, macam lottery, tapi Islamic lottery, you know. Cabutan bertuah, what do you call cabutan? Winning, let's say
Lucky draw.
Lucky draw. Okay, good. Lucky draw, senang. Lucky draw yang Islamic lah. You know, sometimes you get a car, right? So that is income. So that can be considered. You know? So these are all the sources of income.
Now, what about competition price?
Competition price. What, you know, competition price. Because I forgot to mention that. Before I go to in kind, you know, we are talking about all sources. All right. So gift, inheritance, you win a lucky number, lucky draw. Competition, you win a certain prize. What else? Inheritance can be in RM. Okay, inheritance can be in money. But some inheritance is not in money, in terms of property, asset. Maybe your father give you a factory or a piece of land. So that is also considered as income. Okay? Okay? All right. Now, the second, those income, some in cash, some are in kind. So cash, no problem. It's easy to measure. But sometimes the income in kind, for example, you may get a laptop. So that is considered also income. And some benefits, all right? Some benefits for your job, it may not be in money, in cash. It can be what? It can be, maybe you are given a car, okay? You're given a car. It's not your car, so you don't get the car, all right? But you get the benefit from the car. Okay, you get the benefits or you get the services from the car. Okay, so the services from the car will be considered as income. What services? Suppose you get a car, from your employer. What are the services that you get from the car? So what you can think of is like this. Suppose it is your own car, all right? What are the costs? Okay, what are the costs that you incur on that car? What are the payments that you have to make for the car?
Maintenance.
Maintenance, probably, yeah, maybe one. But the one that is more type of thing that we do normally, what? The installment. Okay, it's like our car. You pay what? You pay monthly. So that services that you get from the car per month is the installment that you pay if the car is yours. Okay, so it's combination of the conversion of the service, and then you convert to some money value. All right. So if you get a service of the car, probably if it is not specified, they just give you a car, all right? So that service will be what? The value of the installment that you could have paid if the car is yours. So let's say you buy, what do you call it? Honda Accord. Okay? Many people get Honda Accord. So installment, katakan 2,000 RM per month. So that is the service that you get from the car. So that is income. All right, that is considered your income. Sometimes the benefit to the car is more. Where did I put benefit here? Sometimes the benefit is an RM now, Sometimes your employment give you 1,000 RM car benefit. So that is easy to measure, okay, because it's already in terms of cash. But sometimes it is not given in terms of just cash, it's given, you are given a car, all right? So it is more difficult to measure. So you measure the installment, and then like you mentioned earlier, the maintenance, okay? The maintenance of the car, of course, done by the factory, by your employer, then the cost of the maintenance is your income. Because if it is your car, then you have to pay. All right, then you have to pay. So that is your income. So maintenance. All right. So let's say maintenance, they do maintenance every year. Say maintenance 1,000 ringgit. So that is income. Okay. So these are what we call in-kind income. Okay. Any question? Income that you get not in terms of cash. Okay. Apa lagi? In-kind benefit. In-kind. Or you may get a car. You may get a house. All right. So some employment give you a house. Give you a house. So what is? How do you measure that income? So that means it's the service that we got from the house. Okay. So how do you measure it? That means if you rent the house, it's not the cost of the house, it's the service because the house is not yours. So you have to come up with the rental rate of the house. If the house is the rent monthly is the market rent, right? So let's say the market rent they evaluate is RM 3,000 a month. So that is your income. All right. So that is considered income. So in kind can be anything that you get, non-money, that is considered as income. And of course, housing benefits can also be in terms of cash. Yeah. Okay. So the benefit from the job can be in cash, can be anything. So easy to measure. It can be housing, it can be a car, it can be health benefits. All right. If it is cash, then it will be just included here. If it is non-monetary form, there will be in kind. So you have to measure. Okay, you have to measure by a certain market value. Okay, all right. So I give you example: in-kind income, car, and housing in house. All right. Okay. Any question? Okay. Now, some of the income, for example, gift. Okay, it is given to you. All right, it's given to you. Suppose one of your friend, he or she died yesterday, and she give you a gift. She give you a car. All right, leave you a car. Let's say 2016 Proton Saga. Okay, so that is considered income. So you have, how do you measure the income? That is in kind, in kind of gift. It's not in terms of money. Yeah. Now it's not installment now, okay, because the car is yours. Installment, it's a benefit. The car is given to you to get the benefit, but the car is not yours. But this one is a gift. The car is yours.
Market value.
So you have to get the market value of the car. All right. So you get the market value of the car. Market value meaning what? Meaning 2016 Proton Saga, suppose the value is RM 10,000. So that is your income. That is considered income. Okay. Or you have inheritance. Your grandfather passed away, give you a shop house. Suddenly you become rich. You get a shop house. So what is the value of the income? Then again, you have to get the market value of that income, of that property. So suppose the market value is 1 million. Okay, or now you become a rich man. So 1 million. Oh, that is considered income. Now, even though you are what you get is non-monetary form, you get a building, then you are taxed on then that 1 RM million is the income, and of course afterwards you'll be taxed. Okay, so same for the 10,000. You get a car, but the value of car 10,000, so 10,000 can be taxed. Okay, all right. So these are in-kind income. All right. Okay, one more thing. Home production. Now, what is home production? Have you heard home production? Bukan buat movie, it's not making a video. This is home production. Do you know home production or home work? Home work. Or if you don't know what is, if you're not sure what is home work or home production, give me an example of home production. Home production is what? It's DIY. Huh? DIY. Do it yourself. You do it yourself at home. Okay. Example. What is an example? Suppose you want to paint your house. Okay, you are doing you do painting your house. Your own house. All right. That is considered home production. So you must monetize that. So how much is the value of that job? Suppose you paint a house then you have to buy the painting, you have to do the work. Okay, now, how can you measure the job? How can you
Cost of
monetize
production.
that kind of thing?
Cost of production.
Then you have, now that is opportunity cost. Okay, that means cost of production. What about if somebody else do it for you? Okay, if you hire another person, how much do you pay him? So you have to pay yourself. That is considered income. All right. Again, here opportunity cost or market price. Okay, market price of that service. Suppose you have to pay for that guy. You know, you do it for 2 days. Normally the payment is 3,000. All right. So that is considered your income. Okay, so that is your income. Because do it yourself, you are paying yourself. You must pay yourself. Okay, so that is income. Right? So this is what you call home production. Okay, any other example?
Table.
Apa?
Study table.
Study table. Macam mana pula study table?
DIY table.
If you make the table, okay, are you talking about if you make the table?
Yes.
If you make the table, okay, that is considered home production. Then that means what? That means if you hire somebody to do it for you, how much do you pay? Or if you buy the table from IKEA or from somebody else, how much does it cost? Okay, so if you do that table, that's good. It means you do it yourself, you make a table or you make a chair or you make whatever. All right, so you make a table or any furniture, okay, in the house, or can be anything. Then what is the market price? Okay, if the market price of the table is 500, then we just need to know the market price lah, because the labor will also be included already there, you know. So let's say the market price is 500, so that is considered income. All right. Okay. And another example is your parents, you know, your mom, your mother. If you have a mother at home, nowadays, you know, both mother, father working, right? But if your mother do the whole house job, okay, now house job, what do the mother do in the house?
Cleaning.
Kerja apa mak kita buat? Ayah tak buat, ayah lengah kangkung kan? Mak buat kerja apa kat rumah?
Cooking.
Cleaning.
Mak buat cooking. Your mother do the cooking, do the cleaning, do the whatever, do the washing. Okay, basuh baju, gosok baju ayah. Semua ayah lengah kangkung. Now, that is a house production. That's a job. You know, if your father hire somebody else to do it, how much you have to pay? All right. So let's say that job, the house job, the market price is $5,000 RM per month. Then that is considered income to your mother. Okay, that is considered income. Your father has to pay. All right, but we don't, because it's just home production, it's not measured. But under this comprehensive income, that is considered as income. All right. So you ask your father, at least pay your mother some money. Then, you know, aside then basic nafkah, you know, because the work, if you ask me, the kind of work that you do at home, a man cannot do. You know, if a father like us, you know, male, do it at home, we will not be able to do the job as good as a woman. So that money, you know, actually, and it is not mandatory to the wife, you know, to the mother to do it. It's not mandatory. It's voluntary. If they don't do it, then we cannot blame them. So they do it voluntary, but actual fact is the house production that is considered as income. Okay, so home production, you do it yourself, that is considered as income under this measure. Okay, all right, what else? Your own property. Okay, your own asset or property. Property. Suppose you own a house. Okay, you own a house. That is your house. Right? And you live in that house. So, what is the income here?
The value of the house.
The
value of the house.
The value of the house is when you buy the house. Okay, when you buy the house, the value of the house is considered, of course, income. But when you own your property, you live in there, it's the services that you get from the house. Okay, services from the house. Now, what is the services from the house? That is the rental. Okay, that means if you let somebody else stay in the house, how much rent do you ask for them? Okay, again here, of course, market rental. Okay, so market rental. So let's say the market rent for your house is 3,500 a month. All right, so that is considered income. Even though you are staying in your own house, all right, if you rent that house to another person, this is how much you get for rental. That is considered income. So you have to get the market rental for the house. The rent is considered income. Okay, you get it? Or you have a what? You have a factory. You have a factory. You occupy that factory. You have, let's say, you have a company producing screwdriver. Okay, so you produce screwdriver in your own factory. All right, but you got the services from the factory. Okay, you got service from it, so you have to pay rent. So that rental is again the market rental. How much do you rent for somebody to use that factory? Suppose 10,000 RM per month. So that is considered income. All right, even though you use your own factory, but the rental to the factory is 10,000 ringgit a month. That is considered income. So income from all sources. All right, whether it is your own, whether you get it in kind or you get it given by another person. Okay, all right. Okay, what else? So I think I cover almost everything on the income. Yeah, another thing, leisure. Leisure, okay? Leisure, what is leisure? Leisure is your time spent not working. Okay, but of course, this one we don't cover up. But, there is an issue with this. Leisure should be considered also as income. All right. In other words, what is the time that you do leisure? Maybe in one day, not working. Okay. Now, not working, I mean, that working is general. Like working can be eating, can be taking a shower, walking, study, proper work. So that is a certain period of time within a day that actually you just don't do nothing. Okay, you don't do anything. You just sit down, enjoy the scenery, or enjoy the sun, enjoy the moon, or you enjoy the forest, whatever. So that is considered leisure. Suppose you do that 4 hours a day. So that 4 hours a day, what is the income from there? What is the cost of that 4 hours?
Mental maintenance.
Not mental maintenance. What is the cost of time? Cost of time. All right. Suppose you are working. Okay. So the question is that 4 hours, if you work, how much money can you get?
Opportunity cost.
So that is your opportunity cost. Okay. So that 4 hours, suppose if you work, you can get what? You can get 400 RM. So that is income to the opportunity cost of a leisure. Okay. That is your income. But of course, we don't really do this lah, right? But there are some discussion, even leisure should be measured as income. Okay, all right. So these are the income, labor, and capital from all source. Okay, from all source. Oh yeah, there is a term in that thing. In this thing here. If you own your own property, all right, you stay in that house. This rent here is called imputed rent. Okay, it's called imputed rent. That means you don't actually pay the rent, but if you rent it to somebody else, what you get is that amount of money. So that is called imputed rent. All right. Okay. Now, number two. Number two, we're talking about what? We're talking about the transfer payment. Okay. Transfer payment, subsidies, aid, subsidies that we get, income aid, and this also include, all right, cash. Very easy lah, because it's already in money, in monetary form. All right. But some are given in kind subsidy. So that is similar to in-kind income. Right? In-kind subsidy. What is an in-kind subsidy that you may get? What is an in-kind subsidy that we give in Malaysia?
Beras.
Beras. So rice subsidy. Okay, if you get a rice subsidy, for example, in 1 month, you are given 20 kilogram of rice. Now that is considered income. Okay, so what you do, you get the market price of the rice. Okay, so 20 times, let's say, 5 ringgit per kilogram. So that is equal to 100 RM. So that is your income, 100 RM. Or you get fertilizer subsidy. Okay, fertilizer. So what is the market value of that fertilizer? Okay, let's say we are given 100 bags. So 1 bag is 50 ringgit. So 100 times 50, that is 5,000 already. So that is income. Okay. So transfer payment, whether you receive it in cash or you receive it in kind, that will be considered as income. Okay. Transfer payment, I cover already the imputed rent. Okay. Now number 3, capital gain. Okay, what is capital gain? Capital gains is different than the subsidy. Subsidy, dividend. Dividend is you invest in stock of a certain company. If you own for a period of time, all right. If you own over normally a year, okay, then end of the year they'll give you dividend. Okay, some companies they don't give dividends, some give dividends. Okay, that is already covered, capital income. Now, capital gain is the change in your value. Change in the value of your capital. All right, capital. This include capital goods, capital assets. Okay. Example: you have a house. You buy a house. You have a house. Okay. Now you bought that house, say in 2010. You bought the house, say, 2-story terrace in the area of Ampang. Mana ya? Di Ampang dekat ni lah. Saya dekat Bukit Antarabangsa. Okay. 2010. Suppose you bought it at 250,000. Now it's 222. Now, if it is a house, normally over the 12-year period, you make a guess. What is the price now for that house? Or what happened to the price of the house over a 12-year period? Huh?
Increase.
Increase. Okay. So the increase in the price or increase in the value, okay, that is considered capital gain. So suppose in 2012, 2022, but during the you don't take into account the epidemic, during COVID-19, some properties actually go down in value, but now it already goes up. Okay, so during go down value, negative change. Suppose the increase in value to 320,000. So your capital gain is what? 70,000. Okay. Now that capital gain, 70,000, is simply capital gain. It doesn't matter whether you sell the house. Okay, you sell the house, you get 320. You bought it at 250, so you get profit 70,000. So that is capital gain. All right. But sometimes you don't sell the house, you keep. Okay, you keep the house, it's your own. Even though you keep the house, the capital gain is still considered income. All right. So capital gain, whether you sell or you keep, that is considered capital gain. Or sometimes we call it realized, okay, versus what? Unrealized. So you have a house, normally, for purposes of taxing, you don't consider 12-year period. Maybe normally 1-year period. Yeah. So let's say, but what I'm doing here is to get the idea of capital gain. All right. Let's say 2021. 2021, suppose the value of the house is 300,000. So the market value goes up by 20,000. So that is your capital gain. Whether you sell or you keep, that is income. All right. So 2021, 300,000, your house. 2020, 320. So your capital gain. So that is income to you, is 20,000. Whether you sell or you don't, that is considered as what? As capital gain. So capital gain in the concept of what do you call it? Tax assignment, whether it is realized or unrealized, doesn't matter. Okay, that is considered income. So here, okay, if you sell, then it becomes realized capital gain. All right, gain. So what is the gain? 320,000 minus 300,000. So that is 20,000 RM. That is your capital gain. If you don't sell, you keep, all right? So we call it unrealized capital gain. Okay? So it's the same amount, 20,000. That is income, all right? So this are all considered income. Okay? So capital gain, whether it's realized on or unrealized, it is considered as capital income. Capital gain. All right. Another example is your stock, your shares. Okay. Suppose you own some shares in TM. Okay, TM Telecom, or you own some shares in Sime Property. Okay, Sime Property lah sikit. Sime Property because price, but rendah. Say Sime Property, when you bought it, you bought last year, the price is 120. Okay, this year the price is 124. All right, and you own, suppose, 10,000 shares, 10,000 units. So this increase in the value, all right, which is what? Your increase in the price of your shares, increase in value, or increase in price, is equal to 0.04. Okay, per share. You have what? You have 10,000. So you multiply by 10,000. So 0.04 multiplied by 10,000 equal to whatever, 40 ringgit. 40 ringgit. So that is your capital gain. It doesn't matter whether you sell it or you don't. So it's unrealized or realized. If you sell it, you realize it. If you don't, it's unrealized. Okay, so capital gain, realized, unrealized. And then, what else do we have? Okay. I cover almost everything. So these are the income from all sources, all possible sources. Maybe sometimes some of the things I don't cover, right? But if you get income from any source, that is considered income. Okay, any question? Imputed rent, I already cover, realized, unrealized, in kind. Okay, and then imputed rent, home production. All right. So, okay, good. Now, why do you do this? Why do you have to get income from all sources? You can think of it as what? As equity. Okay, as an equity measure. Okay, because you want to measure income from every source. For example, suppose this is you, all right? This is your friend. The salary that you get for 1 year, suppose 60,000 ringgit. This guy also get 60,000 ringgit. Okay, and then this is all your income. You don't have anything else. But this guy B, his grandfather passed away. His grandfather give him a shop house that is. Okay, inheritance that year, and that inheritance price value 1 million. Okay. Now who has more income, you or him?
Him.
No, him, because so if the government, or if we don't cover that inheritance as income, then we are of the same income. All right, but in fact he has income higher than us. Why? Because it's just his grandfather just passed away, give him that. So you cover that as income. So his income now is 1,600,000. Okay, because kita tahu berapa kosong. So that's why it can be considered as equity lah, because you measure all sources of income. Because sometimes, it may not be fair, right? Some people, if you don't measure certain kind of income, so if you measure all the kinds of income, all the income from all sources, then it will be fair, okay? It will be fair for everybody. Okay, for example, all right? Or you get a gift from your friend, you get that 10,000 ringgit potong saga. Your friend didn't, all right? So income is about the same, but you have extra because you have the gift, okay? So we can think of the measure to all sources. It can be equitable, so that it will be fair, right? It will be fair for all. So it can be, a measure of fairness. Okay. All right. Any question? So that is the concept of income that we are talking about in this chapter. Okay. So let us do one or two, because we don't have time now. Let's look at homework question. The idea of the comprehensive income. Okay, I will check, one question. Okay, I find one question. Tadi saya lupa tengok. I will find one question on this thing. Saya ada soalan ni. I just get the thing. We can track incomprehensive income. Okay. All right. So this is homework, but I don't think I'm going to give you as homework. So we just do it now. Okay. We just want to do it for part A, right? Derive the comprehensive income for that year. So for comprehensive income, we just need the first paragraph, right? The second paragraph, because that one will be the taxation part. So here, salary, okay, so this is an example, a simple example. I would like you to get his comprehensive income. Now, comprehensive income, as we mentioned earlier, it is measured over one period of time, 1 year. Okay, so make sure it is 1 year, and then consider sources of income or income from all sources. Okay, all right. Okay, do it now. Just do the first paragraph. Okay, if you have any question, ask me. Okay. All right. You got the total income? The comprehensive income?
Is it 97,900?
Apa? 7,900. Okay. Let's go through it. Okay, number one. So we say comprehensive income. Okay, comprehensive income or total income 2008 is for 1 year. What are the income? Number one, salary. Okay, salary. How much is salary? Per year 85,000, right? No, per month. Multiply by 12. You got. Okay, how much is this? And then secondly, now second, what is the second part? The shares. What do you call it?
Capital appreciation.
No,
Capital gain.
we don't call it capital appreciation. What is the term that we use here?
Capital gain.
Capital gain. Okay, we don't call it capital appreciation. We call it capital gain. Capital gain, or here, is it realized or unrealized?
Unrealized.
Unrealized. We did not sell. So it doesn't matter whether realized or unrealized. In this case, it's unrealized. Okay, if it is realized, you also have to pay. You have to consider as income. Unrealized capital gain. Okay, so the increase in price is equal to 4 ringgit minus 340. So that is equal to 0.6. That is per unit. Okay, price is per unit. So the increase in value, the gain, okay, or the gain is equal to 0.6 multiplied by the units, which is what? 1,500. So equal to that. Now, when you do this, you have to do proper calculation. Okay, so the first part here, you derive. Okay, you show it for a year. Okay, you break it down part by part. Right, so that you get the total. And then, of course, here will be the total. So after that, you can sum up. And then what is number 3? Number 3 is the housing benefit. Okay, housing benefit is in kind. They are given a house. So estimated value of the rental is, or the services that they get from the house is what? 1,000. So 1,000 multiplied by 12. So get the value. All right. So if you total that up, whatever you get, what did you get just now? You make sure calculation sama. Okay, I don't calculate because my calculator itu ambil.
Sir.
Yeah.
How to know the salary is annual or monthly?
Annual or monthly? Sudah. Oh yeah. 2,000. Oh, I thank you. That 85,000 is actually already per year. Okay, because I said Ahmad salary for 2008 is 85,000. So that is total already per year. Okay, all right. Since I multiply by 12, we change. Okay, we change. Itu tak logik ya pula. Okay, thank you. So suppose, all right, suppose the salary is per month. All right. Per month. Suppose I change that thing. Suppose Ahmad salary. So you have two. Okay, the one that I give you is 85,000. I thought per month. But actually that is for the year. So Ahmad salary is say RM 8,500 a month. Okay, because what I gave you is salary for the year, all right? So we want to wait for a year that is already a year. So that one, you don't have to do anything. 85,000 per year, so 85,000. So I give you alternatively, Ahmad salary is 85,000 a month. So 85,000 a month, 8,500 a month. So salary 85,000 a month. Right? So the total salary will be what? Income from salary will be per year 8,500 month times 12. So you got that. All right. So you can do two parts. You know, maybe you put the number one, you put the next beside it. Okay. Firstly is 85,000 per year. Already you calculate. Okay. The second one, this one. You do 8,500 multiplied by 12 to get the total, and no change in the other components, so you get another total. Okay. So the point here is the reason what I thought it's a monthly, but I give you per annum. So I just want to give you in terms of per month. So we just calculate for the years. Okay. All right. Any question? Anything?
No.
Okay, good. Now, suppose, all right, suppose his grandfather, okay, suppose his grandfather gave him, okay, gave him a piece of land, okay, a dusun durian. Okay, dusun durian. Dusun durian ni mana? Orchard. Okay, a durian orchard. Durian orchard, let's say 2 acres. There are 100 durian trees. Okay, located in where? In betul-betul kampung jauh pada jalan ni. Located in near Gultahan. Okay. Near Taman Negara, jauh lah. Ulu Tembeling. Okay, near the Ulu Tembeling. Okay, dalam hutan tu, dekat hutan. Nak pergi pun kena mudik sungai tu 4 jam. Okay, so you have 2 acre given to Ahmad lah, you know, by his grandfather, 2 acres of land with 100 trees of durian. Location near Taman Negara. So what do we do? Is this considered income?
Yes.
Okay, how do you value it?
Mark.
How do you value it? Senang ya? Apa dia? How do you value?
Price of durian.
Not price of durian. You have to take into account, you know, the price of durian, the durian trees, you know, the location, the area of the land, the surrounding area. So bottom line, how do you measure it?
Price of land.
The price, not just the price of land. It's the price of what? The price of the whole property. So you have to look at what? You have to look at simple market value. Okay, market value of not just the land, Okay, but we call it value of the land, you know, but that land including everything on it, the value. Okay, when you look at the value of the land, the market value, we don't have to calculate because the market already give you value, because they will look into account location dekat hutan. So that is already, if you have a location, you know, durian near Muar, okay, near a town, Muar, compared to dekat sana, maybe the value of the same land near to Muar, you know, maybe harga dia lebih tinggi lah, right? So you have to look at the market value because there are so many factors influencing market value, location, you know, the type of surrounding, the facilities, things like that. All right. Or if this durian ini betul-betul dekat KL, near KL, maybe near Setapak, near dekat dengan bangunan tinggi tu, you know. So that is a different thing. So you have to get the market value. So that kind of thing. Suppose the market value of this is what? 2 acres, maybe 500,000. 200,000, 250,000. So that is considered your income. All right. So Ahmad in that year will have additional income 250,000 ringgit. But not in terms of money, in terms of what? In kind, the land. Okay. So the value is equal to that much. If you get the land near KL, lagi lagapan. Why? Because near KL, the value of the thing may be 1.5 million. Okay. So that is the total income. The income, of course, income is 1.5 million additional because of that property. But on the tax side, susah, you know, you have to pay more tax. So that one is, of course, you have to look at our next topic. All right. So this kind of income, it's income from all sources, right? From all sources. In kind, realized, unrealized, home production, imputed rent, okay, imputed rental income. All these are considered as income, okay? All sources. Maybe there are sources that I don't discuss, you know, new sources which we maybe what is another source? Is there any other source that we don't discuss? Of course, these are legal lah, you know, legal. Kalau haram tu tak kira lah, illegal. If you get income from money laundering, okay, then you will be charged in court. All these are legal, you know, legal sources. Okay, all right. So I think that's it for today. We have another class on Thursday, okay, Thursday night, 9 p.m. I'm going to look at how do you tax the income? Okay, how do you tax the income? So there will be our last topic. And if we have time, I'm going to do the chapter number 10, a little bit on the, not number 10, I think number 12. The deficit, the financing, the government financing, budget balance. Okay, but chapter 12 is readable. You know, if I don't cover, then you can read nothing much. There, you know, you just read through. So I'm going to do these two topics, you know, Friday. If we don't have time, we just cover as far as I can cover. Okay, all right. Any question, any comment? Okay, all right. So I will see you again Thursday night. Okay, all right. Have a nice time. You can start study for the final lah. Okay. All right. So I see you again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.